Hello and welcome to the Structured Remote Teaching Preparation to Orientation video. This video is designed to help showcase the course shell and to provide you with an insight on how to navigate through the information that's found in the modules and the folders. But before we begin the video, I'd like to mention to you that this video can also be used as a model for how you can provide a virtual tour of your own completed Blackboard site at the end of this course, if you choose to sign up for the optional coaching sessions. So let's get started. The first thing that you're looking at here is the announcement page, which is when you log in, this is what you see. And it's also the first thing that your student should see when you complete your course shell as well. So the first thing we have are the announcements. You'll see that we have a first day announcement, which gives you some idea of what's in the modules. And instead of due dates, we have suggested dates because this course is self-paced. So your suggested due dates are here for you, and it also gives you the title of what the module is going to be about. That information will be found inside of those modules, and attached inside of those modules will be links to information, and then your assignment folder will also be within those modules, and we'll look at that in a moment when we get to that tab. So a note here, this SRT prep course is to assist you in the setup and preparation of your upcoming fall 2020 courses. Your assignment submissions are screenshots of the items performed within an existing Blackboard course shell or site. So it's important for you to understand that as you are completing these assignments, you will be building your own course shell for the fall. Next, we have an announcement about pedagogy, and I'm not going to read all of these announcements to you, but you should do this before you get started with the course. If you scroll all the way down, you'll see the Welcome Structured Remote Training course announcement. This is your first day announcement. In your course shells, you'll have a first day announcement as well for your students. And in that announcement, you're going to have information that's going to give an overview of your course, the expectations, and then you'll also have some information about yourself. But that's an assignment that you'll have in one of the modules. So you'll look at that and review that, the requirements for that in depth. Okay, so I want to go over to the side and show you the 8 mandatory buttons. These buttons, when you get your course shell, you will have these already established. You have the announcement, which is number 1, and it is the first thing that you're going to see, just as we did when we logged in. And then you have a start here, you have a syllabus and schedule tab, course content, discussion board, faculty info, quick links, library resources, and you have your Collaborate Ultra button here. This is a new button that eLearning has included in all of the course shells to make it easier for students to locate where their virtual or synchronous sessions will be held, given the fact that many of our courses will now have synchronous instruction added to the courses. So we've looked at the announcements. We now want to look at the Start Here button just by clicking on it. It has turned into a hand. Okay, so we're at the Start Here button, and you'll notice that we have items here. These are items. We can tell by the icon here. It's not a folder. So we have items here that list information that's going to be helpful to you, and when you build your course shell, you'll have these as well, and it'll be helpful to your students. So it's an overview of your course and where to find things in your course. So here it talks about actually everything that we're going to list in the Start Here section. So we have our course overview. We have some information about what this course is about, how it's going to be implemented. You'll see here emphasis is placed on the use of Blackboard Collaborate. All of these things are important information for you to review for this course and to be able to complete it successfully. This here statement here, to successfully complete the course, participants must achieve 75% or higher on course assignments. There are 200 points that are available in this course. Out of those 200 points, participants must gain 150 or more to reach that 75% or higher. Some more information about training and faculty coaching, some optional things that you can sign up for. The faculty coaching, you can sign up for that if you successfully complete this course again at 75% or higher. You can then choose to sign up for the faculty coaching. And as I said before we began, this video can be used to help you understand how to provide a virtual tour of your site when you are providing when you have that coaching session with one of your facilitators. Okay, so we have the structured checklist that we're going to be using. Structured remote teaching course quality checklist will be used when you provide that virtual tour, if you choose to do that. Next, we have getting around the site. This is just some more navigation information that is very important to the students. I'm not going to read through all of this, but you should do so as soon as possible before starting the course. It's going to be very helpful information, especially where you can find everything. So your announcements, you'll notice all of the 8 required buttons are here. Information about them is here to let you know what they are and what you can find within those actual tabs. Okay. Down here, it talks about how the course works. This is a 100% remote course. Now, if you're going to use this section, which I suggest you do, use the sections that we have in this course as a template for building your own course to ensure that you have the required information in your course for your students. You're going to want to make sure that you change this information if your course is not 100% remote. So if your course meets face-to-face, you're going to want to make sure that you change that information. Use the information that pertains to your course, and the other information that does not, you're going to want to change that. Okay. Tips to success, being self-motivated, participating actively, being organized, budgeting your time, meeting the deadlines, and keeping in touch. Again, this is a self-paced course. We do have those suggested submission dates embedded in the syllabus and in the schedule that you should follow those to make sure that you're pacing yourself accurately and appropriately so that you don't end up at the end of the week, because this is only a 1-week course, you don't end up with assignments that you can't complete. Something that's important to understand, and we'll go over it when we look at the schedule, is that you will have to complete Module 1 and be graded on the assignment in Module 1 before you can move forward to the other modules. Number 6, there's a to-do list to start the course. So we're asking that you read and print the syllabus and the course schedule. We're asking that you go to the discussion board and introduce yourself, and then begin working in Module 0. This is just a recap, and then also tells you what to do next. It's sending you to the next tab. Okay. So this is the Start Here tab. So far we have seen the Announcement tab, and we've seen the Start Here tab. The next tab that we want to look at is going to be the syllabus and the schedule. So within the syllabus and the schedule tab, we see that we have 2 items. Again, they're not folders. We can tell that by the icon. So we have the course schedule, and we have a link to it, a file. So this gives you the option of printing out the syllabus, downloading it, and printing it out. Below that, we have the course schedule. Again, there is a file attached, so you can download this file and print it out. The course schedule is also listed inside of the syllabus. In addition to having the attachment here, we also have copied and pasted it here for you for your quick reference. This is a really smart thing to do for your students as well, so that they're not continuously having to open up files and they can quickly access the information. So in the course schedule, you will notice that we have all of the modules listed, so 0 through 5, which is optional. But we have all of the modules listed, and we have the beginning date for the course and the ending date for the course. So for Module 0, there are no graded assignments here, but it is a requirement to complete this module. There is information in here that's going to help you to get started, making sure that you, for instance, have the correct technical skills, if the course is right for you, components, and we're going to go into the module in a moment so you'll be able to see these different items. One thing that's important to remember is that the modules that you have, the information and the modules you have listed in your course schedule should align with exactly what you have over in your course content area. So if your module 0 is titled Getting Started, when you go into your course content area over here and you start building that module, it should be titled the same thing. Otherwise, it's going to be very confusing to the students and possibly to yourself. So in the last column, you'll see over here we have assignments and discussion boards. In module 0, you have an assignment here. It's not graded. You can see that because there are 0 points. It's called Let's Get Acquainted, where you'll go into the discussion board and you're going to introduce yourself. Your suggested submission date is going to be July the 23rd. And then you have Module 1, the course syllabus and the schedule. This is graded. This does have a graded assignment within it, which is the course syllabus and schedule. It's worth 50 points. And the title of it is M1A1, Course Syllabus and Schedule. The suggested submission date is going to be July the 24th. Now, this is very important because this assignment here has to be, you have to receive a score of 40 points or higher, which is 80% or higher, before you can move on to the rest of the course. So initially, you're only going to see modules 0 and 1, and you will not see or have access to modules 2 through 4 until you have completed the course syllabus and schedule assignment, and you have received a score from your facilitator of 40% or 40 points or higher, or 80% or higher. So getting started on this is very important. And this suggested submission date of July the 24th will give you enough time to get that feedback, get access to the rest of the modules, and finish them within the deadline of that week. Okay, so that's the course syllabus and the schedule. Now we want to look at the course content folder. In the course content folder, you're going to see your modules. Again, you only see module 0 and 1, and that's because, again, you have to complete the course syllabus and schedule, successfully completed with 40 points or higher, which is 80% or higher, before you can access or view the other modules, modules 2 through 4. So let's look at module 0. It's your getting started module. It's the first module that you want to start with. In module 0, you have information about the general technology skills. It's talking about which browser is the best for you to use. Chrome is usually the best. You can use Internet Explorer. And you also want to use Microsoft Office to create documents. It talks about becoming more comfortable uploading and downloading files. Next, it talks about, is this course right for you? So these are going to be some questions you need to ask yourself to see if this is the right course for you. If you are a faculty member and you have not successfully completed the online express preparation training with a 75% or higher on your course assignments, you want to do this. You want to complete this course. If you are scheduled to teach structured remote training or teaching course in the fall, you want to complete this course. If you do not have a course shell, there will be some information about some things that you can do to get a shell. One being getting a dummy course through e-learning, or talking with your academic coordinator or chair about getting a course shell, because you will need a shell to be able to work within. If all else fails, you can work in a course shell that you've had in the past. So if you taught a course in the summer or in this past spring, you may be able to use that course shell. But if you have questions about this, you're going to want to reach out to your facilitator, and each one of you will have a facilitator who is assigned to you. Number 3, components of the structured remote teaching course setup, the SRT prep training. This is another section that we have that's important. Remembering that you do have the 4 self-paced online modules, and they're all apart. All of the parts are required for everyone in the course to complete. If you have a special situation, you're going to again want to reach out to your facilitator to discuss that. The optional sessions that I was discussing earlier with Blackboard Collaborate Ultra and the coaching sessions are going to be available as well via a survey, which you'll see down here. You'll have the option to opt into the Blackboard Collaborate Ultra live trainings, and they will all be held within the Blackboard Collaborate Ultra tab that you saw to the left of the screen. So there is a deadline for you to be able to sign up for the Blackboard Collaborate Ultra live training and practice sessions, and that's July the 23rd at 11:59 p.m. So you want to jump right on that. You can either choose to click on the link here, or you can click here, and if you're having problems with either one of these links, you can copy this URL right here and put that up there in your browser and go there directly. So you want to try to sign up for one of these sessions if this is something that you're interested, or if you've never used Blackboard Collaborate Ultra before. This is a very good training that would help you to get started. Another optional product that we are providing for you is the coaching sessions, and I alluded to that earlier when I was talking about this video being a model for what you can do when you have your coaching session. So you can opt to do a coaching session as well and give a virtual tour of your Blackboard session when you complete it at the end of this course. Now, this is only optional if you have completed the course successfully. And remember, you have to have the 75% or higher, or 150 points or higher to successfully complete the course. Number 6 is the Structured Remote Teaching Course Quality Checklist. This is a checklist that your facilitator is going to use to critique you when you give your virtual tour if you choose the coaching session. And it's just for you. It doesn't go any further. It's to give you information about how you're able to improve your Blackboard shell. Number 7 talks about taking screenshots. This is important information, and it depends on what system you're using. So some people with PCs or Macs, you're going to have different information. You can see that down here. But it teaches you how to take a screenshot. The majority of your assignments are going to ask you to take a screenshot from your actual Blackboard shell that you're building while you're taking this course. And you're going to then attach that in your assignment folder for specific assignments. Down here you have your split screen or multitasking information, and you also have the end of the module information and a link to the next module. You'll see this at the end of every module. You'll have a link that you can click here to go to the module, or you can go back in the course content tab and go to the next module. Okay, now that we've reviewed Module 0, Getting Started, I would like to go over Module 1, the Course Syllabus and Schedule module. Remember, this is the module that you're going to have to complete before you'll be able to view Modules 2 through 4. So in this module, like all other modules, Modules 2 through 4, you're going to see the same items listed here. So you're going to see an overview and learning outcomes item, and it's going to help you to understand what the objectives are or what skills you're going to be required to learn for that particular module. You're also going to have a module checklist, which is going to provide you with the course activities that are going to be found in that specific module. Next, you're going to have some tutorials that are going to give you time to practice developing the skill that you need and to be able to develop the assignment for that module. But what I really wanted to show you was the difference between the icon, the item icon, and the assignment icon. So this is the assignment icon. When you see this icon, you know that's the folder that you're going to submit your assignment in. And it's generally going to be one of the last folders or items on that page. So this is the M1A1 Course Syllabus and Schedule Assignment folder. In order to submit your assignment, you're going to click on the title. And once inside of the next page, you're going to scroll down. You'll see some more information about that specific assignment, which is for this module is the syllabus and schedule. And then you're going to find Browse My Computer. So wherever you have saved your file, whether it's on your computer or thumb drive, you're going to go Browse My Computer and you're going to find it. And then you're going to click on it and you're going to click Submit. It's important that you click Submit instead of Save Draft, because if you click Save Draft, it's only saving it on your computer and it's not submitting it into the gradebook for grading. But I'm going to click Cancel because I'm not going to attach anything at this time. The very last module that I do want to go over is going to be the Blackboard How-Tos optional folder. And I just wanted to mention this folder because this is a great resource for you during your completion of this course and after, because you'll still have access to this course shell. So in this folder, you can see by the outside, it states everything that's in the folder. In this folder, you have all of the directions to all of the assignments that we are going to be completing in this course. So this is a wonderful resource to have for later reference. The next tab that we're going to review is going to be your discussion board. Now this is where you're going to post your introduction response. You have 3 different forums in this discussion board. So you have a student lounge, questions for the facilitator, and here's the Let's Get Acquainted, which is where you're going to post your introduction to the course so that your participants, the other participants, can respond to you and you can respond to them. The next forum is questions for the facilitator. This is where you're going to post general questions about the course. You're going to be posting things, maybe questions you may have about assignments, where to find them, how to do them. But we do ask that you don't post anything that's urgent or personal in nature. So any grade questions, you're going to want to submit those in an email to your facilitator. The last forum that you have in the discussion board is the student lounge. And this is just an optional forum where you can go in and you can discuss informal communication that you would like to have with the other participants in the class. None of these forums are graded. However, the Let's Get Acquainted, remember it was in the Start Here, that's your next step. So you want to get started on that. Our next button that we're going to look at is going to be the Faculty Info button. You'll be creating this in your own course as well. It's one of the assignments in one of our modules. But for now, we're looking at what we have in this course, and we have provided for you every single one of the facilitators that are assigned to this course. You as a participant will be receiving or assigned one specific facilitator. If you would like to get in touch with that facilitator, you can click on the email link here, which is all the same. It's all the same because it's going into the same email box. Each of the facilitators has access to that same email box. And you may find that you submit something to your facilitator that's a general question, and another facilitator may answer that question for you, and that's perfectly fine. We generally will answer email postings within 24 hours. The very next link is the quick links link, and this link, if you're probably familiar with this, if you've used Blackboard before, it actually has links that take you to different parts of your course. The main link you're going to be using for this course will be the My Grades link, and you may find that you use the send email if you send something to your facilitator. But your main focus is going to be here on the My Grades link, because that's where you're going to be able to view your grades and the comments from your facilitator after you have submitted your assignments. What you'll find as well in there is that we have embedded rubrics for each of the assignments. So you're going to want to look at those rubrics as well to see how you fared on that assignment. And especially if you decide that you would like to resubmit your assignment so that you may get more points. And that's that's only if we have enough time. So you want to make sure that you're pacing yourself to get the assignments in so that you have time to resubmit if that's something you would like to do. Okay, so we're now going to look at the library resource button. Now, this is not a button that we're going to be using for this course, but it is one of the required 8 buttons, and so I really wanted to just address it. But this is a link that you may assign to your students in your actual courses if you have a research assignment that you want them to look up an article or more information on a specific topic. Okay, so our last button that we want to look at is the Collaborate Ultra button, and this is important because this is where we are going to be facilitating the office hours and the Blackboard Collaborate live sessions. So you will see that we've already started populating the office hour sessions and the Blackboard Collaborate live sessions. The office hours are going to be facilitated by each of the facilitators. So it's not important that you find your facilitator to go into a session. You may go into any of these sessions. You will have access to the session 15 minutes prior to the start time. And you'll see here where there are the dates and then you have the times. In order to get into a session 15 minutes before, you just simply need to click on that session. That one's closed, so this one's open. Click on the session and click on Join Session. And once you've clicked the Join Session button, the system is going to walk you through some steps that are going to help you to set up your microphone and your camera. If you choose not to set up the camera, that's fine. However, you do want to set up the microphone so that you'll have a way to communicate with your facilitator during the office hours or the Blackboard Collaborate Ultra sessions. Otherwise, you'll be restricted to using the chat area in the session. And that concludes our video and orientation on the training. We look forward to working with each of you over the next week or so and helping you build up your Blackboard site. If you have any questions, be sure to reach out using one of the methods that we talked about earlier in the video, and we'll be sure to get back with you within 24 hours. Thank you and have a great day.